During May the 8th to the 10th, the 10 ASEAN member states had gathered in Phuket, Thailand for ASEAN workshop on the establishment of a network of experts on inclusive entrepreneurship for ASEAN with focus on persons with disabilities or PWD and other vulnerable groups, hosted by Thailand's National Office for Empowerment of Persons with Disability under the Ministry of Social Development and Human Security. Bringing together 70 delegates from 10 ASEAN member states, governments, private sector, and disabled people's organizations to exchange views and knowledge and implementation mechanisms on social entrepreneurship. The workshop is aimed to boost supports for persons with disabilities, out-of-school youth, the elderly, and other vulnerable groups through a network of experts on entrepreneurship once it is set up.
This is the second time. The first time, the last year, that time I have the objective on the overview of the social enterprise or social entrepreneurship. But this is the second time of phase 2 to go on from the first time. So the first time, the 10 countries. ASEAN countries know that about all the necessary of the entrepreneurship or the necessary or important for the social enterprise. So this is the first time that I would like to make them build the expertise of the social entrepreneurship on the 10 countries. So this time the objective of the meeting or conference, I would like to share the knowledge and experience from the expertise in each country.
Meanwhile, Kelvin Ng, the Chief Operating Officer at Islington College, shared his overview on social enterprise in ASEAN that there's been a lot of interest in social entrepreneurship in the region. He added that ASEAN have seen a lot of ideas on how it could improve the lives of the disadvantaged in its society. And as this workshop on the issue is the second time following the first-time conference held last year, the college COO said that the previous meeting obtained a lot of feedbacks from ASEAN delegate members on how to set up ASEAN network of experts of inclusive entrepreneurship, the network that is aimed to cater to all the different countries.
So one of the ideas that we came up with was to make sure that the network would be a knowledge center where we will document best practices, have good case studies on success stories, and we'll be able to spread all these learnings throughout ASEAN members so that each social entrepreneur in each of these 10 different countries will be more successful and they have someone that they can call, someone that they can rely on to help them.
Invited to give a keynote address on social enterprise from a global perspective with focus on the shift to sustainability, Andrew Croft, the chief executive of CAN, a UK social enterprise, shared the success of social enterprise in the UK that could be applied in ASEAN. He believed that this meeting would bring changes to the whole region.
I think this conference is very important because the changes that can come about when a social enterprise is successful can be very, very significant. The social enterprise is a business solution to a social problem. It can work to take some of the most disadvantaged and marginalized individuals, often from the margins of society, or people with disabilities, and bring them back into the mainstream and help them. This conference is about promoting the work of social enterprise and the inclusiveness and the sustainability that can be engendered by a business solution. And I think that's why it's so important to be able to have a conference like this that affects the whole of the ASEAN region.
The second conference on seeking ways to boost support for persons with disabilities and other vulnerable groups also finalized the proposal and the establishment of the network, including the adoption of the Project Terms of Reference, or TOR. The proposal of the network formation will be submitted to ASEAN Secretariat to be approved by ASEAN leaders later this year. สถาปัตย์แพทอง for ASEAN Business Report